Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Giacomo Favari. I am CAREL USA's North American Marketing Manager for refrigeration applications. Today, I'm going to present to you our plug-in cabinet solution overview for refrigeration food service applications. As we just mentioned, these products are tailored to food service applications. However, CAREL is organizing many webinars during this couple of days. So make sure to check our agenda and sign up for other interesting webinars on CAREL's solutions for natural refrigerants. So today we are going to talk about some food service trends, talking about the food service market in general with its segmentation and needs. And then we are going to provide an overview of CAREL's product portfolio for food service applications. In particular, we are going to focus on IJ, which is our new controller platform with high customizability and connectivity. And then we will also focus on Heosone, which is an all-in-one solution for propane applications. Of course, at the end of the slides, we will have some time to dedicate to our connectivity options. Now, let's start talking about plug-in applications. Plug-in units are largely used for their flexibility and lower maintenance with high reliability. In the merchandiser sector, we have bottle coolers and ice cream freezers. In the catering and professional sector, we have several types of units to store and display food. We also have scientific equipment that is installed in laboratories and pharmacies. For food retail application, there is also an increasing trend of installing plug-in units in small and medium-sized stores. Here we can find units like chest freezers or vertical showcases of different dimensions. Now, the main market needs are divided into 4 categories from our perspective. One is, of course, addressing the environmental impact of companies. The other one is, of course, the fact that food service equipment must resist in harsh environments and it must be easy to use. Moreover, food must be preserved and well presented in order to be attractive for customers. And then, of course, we have connectivity as a new trend in order to manage assets remotely. So let's take a look at all these trends. The first trend that we will mention is the high attention to environment impact. F-gas regulations with a target of reducing direct CO2 emissions have boosted the introduction of propane as the most common refrigerant for plug-in units. Eco-design, together with eco-labeling in the last few years, have stimulated the market to develop new technologies to reach better results in terms of energy consumptions, both for professional refrigeration, where Class F coolers have been banned last year, and now also for commercial refrigeration, where display cabinets with class lower than G will be banned in 3 years. Plug-in units are largely used also for their reliability and lower maintenance requirements. New technology is used to keep complexity hidden from the final user and service personnel. Fast detection of failures and clear instructions for a reactive resolution are extremely important. Moreover, these units are often installed in harsh environments with dust, water, or humidity, and also in areas with unstable power supply. Plug-in manufacturers are therefore requiring strong and reliable solutions that can be operated in harsh environments for a long time. The environmental impact is not only expressed in terms of emissions, but also in terms of food waste. Quality in food preservation is, in fact, one of the main drivers for the refrigeration sector. Stable temperature and humidity regulation is a significant value in this direction. Food preservation is as relevant as food presentation. A product well presented must be perfectly conserved. Moreover, the refrigerator itself must be well designed. Wood, glass, and other new materials are becoming more and more common. The controller for some units has a relevant impact on the overall look of the equipment. The last trend that we will mention is connectivity. Refrigerated plug-in units can be installed in a store with other units and with a monitoring system. Here, in this case, the primary need is to monitor and optimize the plant performance. Very often, however, especially for merchandisers and food service equipment, the units can also be installed alone with several installations in different locations. In these cases, an asset monitoring system is required to receive alarm alerts and enable basic interaction with the equipment from a remote location. New technology and connectivity are also introducing a new level of user experience, moving the interaction from the controller to smart devices like smartphones using apps. Now let's take a look at CAREL's product portfolio for plug-in units. CAREL has an extended range of controllers and solutions for all the different types of refrigerated plug-ins. Here are our new solutions. IJ on the left is our new platform of highly customizable controllers with an extended options catalog. We also have the Heos family with the new entry Heosone on the right. Heosone is a high efficiency solution with DC inverter technology, rotary compressor, and stepper motor electronic expansion valves for small and medium-sized propane units. Both of these solutions can be applied to all the market segments. So let's start talking about IJ first. IJ is a customizable controller with high-end technology. The HMI features, the display features, include capacitive touch technology. It's the same technology that you have on smartphones. We have a full-colored surface on the controller, a frameless and flat design that is very modern and updated to 2021, of course. A wide visibility angle and ultra high contrast help really read what is written on the display. And moreover, we are offering backlit buttons. So say goodbye to rubber buttons and membrane buttons. We are actually integrating backlit buttons into the capacitive touch screen of the controller now. IJ can be customized to fit any unit. It is possible to select the color of the front surface, select tailor-made icons and buttons, and also rebrand the solution with your company logo. So you are providing your own brand experience to your customers. IJ also offers many aesthetic customization options. We have some standard configurable combinations that can be easily selected and implemented using a catalog. For example, here we can see on the bottom left part of the screen, a black controller that comes with a blue display and white icons. Now, we also offer an additional customizability layer by providing the possibility to print any image on the front of the controller, which is going to be protected by a polycarbonate layer. Some examples are stainless steel or wooden finish that can be very useful in food service applications and in wine coolers, for example. When it comes to performance, the IJ's modular architecture allows selecting several inputs and outputs options. You can leverage CAREL's technology to enhance the energy performance of your plug-in system through our smart control logics. It is also possible to implement variable capacity compressors and manage humidity very easily through our hardware. IJ comes in different shapes and forms. We can provide a small or a large architecture, which can reach up to 4 or 6 relays. And on top of that, it is possible to select either variable capacity compressor management or modulating load driving, such as EC fans installed in the evaporator, for example, or also humidity management. IJ offers different mounting options. We have panel mounting models and split models in which the HMI is installed separately from the controller. It is also possible to install the split controller without the display because users can still interact with the controller via Bluetooth or any other connectivity options. IJ can manage the speed of a variable capacity compressor with no external converters using serial communication. The parameters to manage the most common VCC models available on the market are pre-programmed into controllers, simplifying the solution development process for the OEMs. IJ can help reach energy consumption reduction targets thanks to variable capacity compressor management and soft start procedure. Maintenance is also simplified because of the information IJ retrieves from the compressor's inverter. So there is a back and forth communication between the controller itself and the compressor inverter, and we can get immediate notifications in case anything deviates from normal operating conditions. CAREL provides powerful manufacturing tools that allow reducing SKUs, programming the controllers in the production line, and also simplifying end-of-line testing. In fact, we are providing Spark on the left side of the screen. That is our PC software to program each unit via cable connection. SparkPlay, that you can see right here, is the command line version of Spark, and it allows seamless integration of our tools within an existing production line software architecture. Replica is an app that can be used to program parameters easily through NFC technology. When it comes to connectivity, we have several options available for the IJ. NFC is available on all models, and it is used to configure a unit's parameters during commissioning. Through the NFC technology, we can have the same interaction with the controller that we would have with a programming key. We can read parameters, change the parameters, and then write them back into the controller without needing to power on the controller throughout the process. Now, Bluetooth is also built into the controller, so you don't need any additional converter, but it's an optional function. So specific part numbers are provided with Bluetooth. Always ask for the Bluetooth model so that we can advise accordingly. As you know, Bluetooth enables real-time interactions with the controller at a certain distance from the controller. So we can log into our apps, and then we can basically interact with the controller from a distance using Bluetooth technology in real time. The integrated BMS port can be used to enable remote monitoring and then controlling the controllers using a BMS system from a remote location. Specific part numbers are required, of course. So in case you need to integrate the controller into a BMS system, then let us know and we can select the corresponding part number for you. No external converters are needed in order to do that. Now, connectivity would not be leveraged appropriately if we wouldn't provide any app together with the controllers. Applica is our service tool and it is an app developed for field service operations. Applica provides access to the complete list of the IJ's parameters. Applica works with both NFC and Bluetooth technology. It helps us run diagnostics on a controller that is installed in a unit. We can also retrieve charts regarding the variables that have been logged into the controller, and we can easily set all the parameters of the controller. That's why we think this is the best field service tool that we can provide for this controller. Controlla, on the other hand, is still an app developed by CAREL, but this is intended for end users only. So it simplifies the user interaction with the controller, allowing the user to basically select the mode setting very easily. We have some pre-configured temperature set points that are based on the kind of products that the user is storing in their unit. But of course, it's also possible to customize the set points. And then we can retrieve temperature logs and check also the alarms status on the unit. IJ comes in different versions that are available for food service equipment and merchandisers. We are also introducing a new IJ version for scientific applications. So please contact us for any further information, and we can redirect you according with the specific needs of your units. Now let's jump to Heosone, which is our high efficiency propane all-in-one solution. As we mentioned earlier on, Heosone is a high efficiency solution with DC inverter technology, rotary compressors, and stepper electronic expansion valves for small and medium-sized propane units. Heosone is an all-in-one solution comprising several components to guarantee best-in-class performance. The solution has been developed with a specific focus on user interactions, providing a high technology user experience through connectivity options. It's very similar to the IJ from a user interface perspective. Okay. The all-in-one solution comprises a DC compressor, a stepper valve, and variable speed fan management. Heosone allows synchronizing working operations, applying advanced algorithms and machine learning algorithms as well. The compressors available for Heosone are represented in this page. As you can see, we have a full range of compressors for propane applications that include medium temperature and low temperature applications. Our capacity ranges from 1 HP to roughly 3 HP in medium temperature, and then from half HP until almost a HP in low temperature applications. Through this range of compressors, we can really manage any kind of application in food service. So on the left, you can see merchandisers. Then we go through food service equipment and display cases. And then also we have larger units with chest freezers for low temp applications, and also reaching coolers or reaching freezers. Here are actually all the components of the Heosone system. So on the left, we can see the compressors that we just analyzed, and then we can see the electronic expansion valve, the control unit that is embedded within the inverter itself. So what you see here is the controller and the inverter for the compressor. Then, of course, we can also provide DC fan motors, and those are powered by the Heosone itself. They don't require additional boards for that. And then we have, of course, all of our sensors and probes and accessories range with the smart user interface that provides connectivity to the system. Through Heosone, we can provide top efficiency and top performance. This means that basically our energy efficiency is very high at all operating conditions. We are guaranteeing stable product temperature because of the modulating technology that we implemented, and also because of the smooth regulations logics that are implemented and embedded in the software. We can also guarantee top performance because where the compressors work at full speed, we can, of course, obtain very quick pull down, and so we can make sure that our product is always stored at the best temperature conditions. If we look at the right side of the screen, we can also see some interesting aspects of the technology of compressors that we are using. As I mentioned, these are DC compressors with rotary technology, and basically they guarantee low noise and vibrations and very compact dimensions. Moreover, for OEMs, adopting our technology is very easy and quick because all of our compressors and the Class B software have been tested and approved following the 60335-2-34 Annex AA tests. So that is something that we already took out of the way. Why would you use Bldc rotary compressors? So first of all, we are talking about brushless direct current electric motors, which are synchronous motors powered by a DC source via electronic drivers, which pilot the motor. Now, this kind of technology enables us to provide the widest regulation range on the market. So the rounds per second of the motor can be lowered down to 17 rounds per second, up to 90 rounds per second. So it's a very broad range of modulation. In terms of efficiency, a DC inverter technology is way more efficient than AC inverter technology, and also on-off technology, obviously. Moreover, we can use our inverter technology to reach higher revolution speeds, which means we can basically have a very compact design for the compressor in terms of dimensions and weight. And now, why do you use an electronic expansion valve in such a system? So first of all, we can have a very precise evaporation feed control and a wide range of modulation. So we wouldn't be able to really leverage the DC technology and the variable capacity compressor technology without electronic expansion valve with stepper motor technology that we are providing across the whole range of capacities and for all the refrigerants. Of course, in particular, propane. We can also implement and deliver smart control logics. So basically, we are running always at the highest suction pressure that is allowed by the operating conditions. So we are running floating suction set point in real time. The valve position is managed by the controller that is also managing the compressor speed. So the valve and the compressor are fully integrated in the system, and we apply smart control logics not only to keep the envelope under control, but also to operate very efficiently. In terms of reliability, we have perfect superuse control at all times. We prevent the floodbacks by using the electronic expansion valve. And also the system has the capability to detect out of standard behavior and act accordingly. And so why Heosone? Basically, we can preserve the food better because the control monitors continuously the cooling performance, and also it evaluates whether or not defrosts are needed. So we are operating with a very stable temperature, and that can guarantee 2 extra days of shelf life for your products. We also have a success story and an energy consumption study that has been performed by Regent, that is a third-party laboratory. Basically a chest freezer with our largest compressor, the E100, has been tested under climate class 3 and temperature class L1 conditions. And basically what we obtain in terms of energy consumption per day is 4.11 kilowatt hours per day when working with a fixed temperature set point. And by enabling a variable set point, so by increasing the working set point during the night, we would also reach a better result, of course, slightly below 4 kilowatt hours per day. So this remarkable result has been obtained by using Heosone with the largest compressor available in our range, that is, of course, tailored to a chest freezer application, our electronic expansion valve technology, the Heosone medium inverter, DC fans for the condenser, and also, of course, a charge of 150 grams of propane. Let's not forget about the fact that Heosone is not only a highly efficient system, but it is also provided with the same IoT option as the IJ. So again, we can use Applica and Controlla, our 2 apps for service teams and end users, leveraging either NFC or Bluetooth technology. Moreover, Heosone can be connected to a BMS system using a RS485 connection to integrate the controller within an integrated BMS. Let's revise the connectivity options. So both the IJ and the Heosone are compatible with all the apps and software and monitoring options that I just presented. In particular, Applica can work with NFC technology or with Bluetooth technology as well. Controlla is only available with Bluetooth technology, but by using our cloud services, you can enable remote interactions with the controller using the Controlla app on your smartphone. So you can leverage internet connectivity. And then when it comes to RS485 connection, so basically the Modbus protocol, it is possible to integrate IJ and Heosone within a supervisory system, leveraging our technology. Our supervisory system is called BOSS. It is compatible with Wi-Fi technology. So you can, in case it is necessary, use RS485 to Wi-Fi gateways and avoiding basically wiring in a particular location when the controllers are installed. So you don't need wires to connect IJ or Heosone to the BOSS monitoring system, because you can install Wi-Fi antennas and communicate over Wi-Fi technology. Spark and Sparkly, that are our tools dedicated to manufacturing, can also interact with the controller through RS485 cable connections. One last look at Controlla. So as we said, this is the app that we developed for end users that enables them to have a smart interaction with the controllers using a very simple interface, and also select temperature set points based on the kind of food that is stored in the unit. They can also retrieve temperature logs, and they can also receive push notifications in case any alarm is triggered by the unit. Applica is instead our app for service technicians, which basically allows commissioning the units and also configuring all of their parameters list, leveraging Bluetooth technology using a very easy to use smart interface to communicate with the controller. It works both with NFC and Bluetooth technology. On top of that, we are also adding an additional connectivity layer with our supervisory systems, which belong to what we call the BOSS family of products. So our controllers, both the IJ and the Heosone, can communicate with BOSS, and it is also possible to enable Wi-Fi communication using a serial to Wi-Fi gateway that is basically an antenna connected via cable to the controllers. And at that point, the gateway retrieves all the information from the controller and it communicates it to the BOSS using Wi-Fi technology. Okay, I hope this was interesting to you, as exciting as it was for me to present these solutions. If you need any additional information, please feel free to reach out to me or anybody else in our CAREL USA team, or visit natref.carel.com. That is our site dedicated to natural refrigerant solutions. If you have any questions, this would be a very good time to post them. I will be glad to help you right now or to follow up via email in case I'm not able to respond right now.